My parents pranked me on Christmas by giving away all my presents, so I left and never came back. I was 15 when my parents decided that embarrassing me would be the highlight of Christmas. Every Christmas morning, my entire family gathered at my grandparents' house. The living room was always packed with aunts, uncles, cousins, and neighbors. Wrapping paper covered the floor, holiday music played in the background, and someone was always carrying around a mug of hot chocolate. It was loud, messy, and usually my favorite day of the year. That year felt different. For the first time, there was a decent-sized pile of presents with my name on them. I spotted the shape of a gaming headset I'd wanted for months, a pair of new sneakers, a winter jacket, and several smaller boxes. Dad noticed me looking and smiled. "You're going to remember this Christmas forever." I smiled back because I thought he meant something nice. When everyone gathered around the tree, Brooke, my younger sister, opened her gifts first as always. She was the favorite, and nobody even pretended otherwise. After she finished, Dad looked at me. "Your turn." I reached for the biggest box. "Wait," Mom said, already laughing. The room went quiet. Dad picked up the present with my name on it and handed it to Brooke. "Merry Christmas." People laughed. Brooke looked confused but happily opened it. Inside was the gaming headset I'd wanted all year. I thought they had mixed up the labels. Then Dad grabbed another gift with my name and handed it to my cousin Tyler. The sneakers. Another gift went to my aunt. Another to my grandfather. One after another, every present with my name was given away while my parents laughed. "Look at his face," Dad said. "It's just a prank," Mom added. Some relatives laughed with them. Others looked uncomfortable but stayed silent. My grandmother quietly said, "That's enough." Dad shook his head. "He needs to stop expecting everything." I hadn't expected everything. I only expected my own presents. When the last gift was gone, I was standing there holding an empty box while everyone looked anywhere but at me. I quietly picked up my coat. Dad called after me, "Come on, don't be so sensitive." I walked out the front door without saying a word. Snow covered the sidewalks as I walked almost 3 miles to my best friend Jake's house. His mom opened the door, saw my face, and simply said, "Come inside." She never asked what happened. That night I ate leftover turkey sandwiches with Jake's family and played cards until midnight. Nobody laughed at me. Nobody made me the joke. It was the best part of my Christmas. After that day, I stopped expecting my parents to change. I got a part-time job at 16 and saved every paycheck. Right after graduation, I rented a small apartment with a friend and moved out. Mom cried. Dad called me dramatic. Neither one apologized. As the years passed, they only contacted me when they needed something. Dad wanted money for roof repairs. Mom wanted me to co-sign a loan. Brooke asked me to help pay her rent. Every answer was the same. No, I wasn't angry anymore. I was simply finished. I built a career managing commercial construction projects, bought my own home, got married, and started a family. My wife met my parents twice. On the drive home after the second visit, she looked at me and asked, "Were they always like this?" Yes, she never asked to see them again. Meanwhile, my parents told relatives that I had abandoned the family after becoming successful. Most people believed them. Then my grandmother passed away. After the funeral, everyone gathered at her house to sort through old family belongings. My aunt found several old camcorder tapes labeled Christmas. Someone connected an old player to the television. Everyone laughed while watching birthdays and vacations. Then the screen showed that Christmas morning. Dad had recorded nearly everything. The video showed every present with my name. It showed Dad handing each one away. It showed Mom laughing until tears rolled down her face. Then it showed me quietly picking up my coat and walking out the front door. The room fell completely silent. Nobody laughed this time. My uncle finally looked at Dad. He was only 15. Dad stared at the floor. Mom couldn't find a single word to say. There wasn't anything left to explain. Everyone had just watched the truth. After that, relatives stopped asking why I stayed away. Instead, they started wondering how my parents could treat their own son that way. A few weeks later, Mom called. She said everyone was judging them over one harmless joke. She wanted me to tell the family they never meant to hurt me. I asked one question. "Did either of you ever apologize?" There was a long silence. Finally, she answered, "You're still upset about that?" I quietly said, "That's all I needed to know." Then I hung up. That prank lasted less than 5 minutes. The consequences lasted the rest of their lives. Every Christmas now, my children run to the tree without fear or hesitation. Every present has the right name on it, and every laugh in our house comes from happiness, never humiliation. I never went back, and after the family finally saw what really happened, nobody asked me to.